All right, just want to give everybody an update on this Saturday afternoon, evening weather. You can see no matter where you are in Central Florida, we're now getting into the thick of it as rain is beginning to move on in. Low pressure is really starting to organize here. You can see the little swirl. That's our low pressure system, and that's going to drive this storm in our general vicinity. Warm front's going to move in here over the next couple of hours. As that moves in, our severe weather risk will begin to go up. Think 6 to 7 o'clock tonight through about 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Winds are picking up down across South Florida. We have seen some broad and weak rotation out of the radar there in the Florida Keys. The surf does remain active and will be all weekend long. We want you to stay away from that. Closer to home now, here's the heavy rain along the eastern side of the peninsula. A little bit of a break here out ahead of the warm front. So once this band moves to the north, we'll see a little jump in the temperatures here, and that'll start to create a little bit more instability. So big slug of rain now up and down I-95. This is going to continue to pivot to the north and the east. The break is going to be short, and once the break ends, the rain's going to pick back up. One of the things that Marquise and I have been working on today is a model comparison. GFS timing of the worst weather, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., Euro 7 p to 7 a.m., and the Futurecast model again also 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., all with about 2 to 4 inches of rain with some locally heavier amounts, and the winds are all in about the same corridor, 40 to 55 miles an hour. So it's going to accelerate tonight and tomorrow. We think that your Sunday afternoon will be okay, but it's along the warm front, out ahead of the cold front overnight tonight, where we'll get into some trouble with the risk for severe weather, including isolated tornadoes, especially after dark tonight. All right, 7 p.m. Here we go. Notice the winds 25, 35 miles an hour. Bands of thunderstorms now coming up from the south along and ahead of that warm front. As the front lifts to the north, the low is back here. You can see the gusty winds 45, 55 miles an hour by 4 o'clock in the morning in that northeast corridor right there. And even during the afternoon on Sunday, as the storm system is pulling away, it's going to be breezy, and there will be the risk for showers, especially in our northern communities. The winds will finally begin to subside on Monday, but all of Central Florida now with that track just to the northwest of Marion County, a level 2 out of 5 for the risk of severe storms tonight. Again, the concern here, there's isolated tornadoes. The biggie for me, though, is going to be the potential for significant wind damage. Hail with this setup is not a strong likelihood, but I wouldn't rule out some isolated pea-sized hailstones and some of those taller thunderheads. So coastal flooding, heavy rainfall, winds over 50 miles an hour, all a distinct possibility. Tornado threat is there. Area-wide, that's something we're going to be evaluating with each hour overnight tonight. Look at Futurecast here. Still painting 3 to 5 plus inches of rain across a good chunk of Central Florida. You take a look at the GFS and the Euro. Still a lot of rain here. Not as much as previously, the previous runs, but still a good chunk of 2 to 4, even some isolated 5 plus amounts of rain. Inland versus coast today. Gustier along the coast, but you have a lot of wind inland areas. We have wind advisories in effect right through Sunday afternoon. And on top of that, we've got some incredible surf now. Seas today, upwards of 20 feet. Nearshore breaking waves as tall as 12 to 13 feet. Things will finally begin to subside somewhat and then go back up with another cold front by Wednesday of next week. So storm impacts here. Let's begin out west along Interstate 75. 2 to 3 inches of rain, some isolated 4 plus amounts. Again, the wind going to be the big story here, and we're watching that severe weather threat as we go through overnight tonight. A little closer to home along the I-4 corridor, more of the same. 2 to 3 inches of rain, isolated 4 plus. Tornado risk is there from 6 p to 6 a.m. and then back towards I-95. The strongest winds will likely be here, especially from Daytona Beach to Palm Coast, could exceed 50 miles an hour. In the wake of this big storm, we have this front coming on in, and that's going to set the stage for some rather chilly weather as we head towards the middle of next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're in the 50s and 60s. Overnight lows will hold in the 40s. Remember, folks, we're here all evening long. We're going to do a handoff, Marquise and I, with Cam and Kellyanne come 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. We've got you covered. Don't forget to download that free West 2 mobile app.